Laura's Kitchen, and today we're making chiles rellenos. Chiles rellenos are one of my favorite things to eat. They're also one of my boyfriend's favorite things to eat, and when I saw these beautiful poblano peppers at the market last week, I decided I had to buy them and I had to make them. So the first thing that you're going to need are poblano peppers. These are big, green, beautiful peppers that I found at the farmer's market. Give them a wash, and then what you need to do is char the outside of the peppers so that you can remove the skin. You can do it in an oven, but I prefer to do it right on my stovetop. It just kind of makes it quicker, easier, and your peppers don't soften up as much as they would in the oven. When they come off the stove, put them right into a plastic bag and close up that bag. The steam from the peppers cooking is going to help to release their skins in the end. Put those to the side, let them cool off, and then we'll come back to those later. While the peppers are cooling, you can start to make the salsa that goes along with the chiles. You're gonna need some nice ripe tomatoes, garlic, serrano, scallion, a chicken bouillon cube, and an onion. Cut everything up, put it in a bowl with some water and black pepper, and then blend it into a really nice, smooth consistency. Once that's blended, what we're gonna do is cook this. So in a pan with a little bit of oil, turn the heat up to high, and then add in your salsa. You wanna cook the salsa, stirring occasionally until the color becomes darker, richer red, and it'll start to bubble. This will probably take 5-10 minutes. You really wanna cook this a little bit. The light color is actually from all the air bubbles that were formed whenever you blended up the sauce. Add in some cilantro and stir it in, and then turn off the heat and just set that salsa to the side until we're ready to eat. Alright, now that your peppers are cool enough to handle, you can actually peel off the skins. You can use your finger. I find it easier to use just a sharp paring knife to help to scrape off the skins. Try not to cut any holes in there though, because you're going to need the cheese to be able to stay in the pepper and not leak out. Scrape off all the blackened skin, and then if you see a little cut in the side of your pepper, use that, but if there is no kind of opening in your pepper, just make a slice in the side of your pepper. You're gonna use this, 1, to get the seeds out, 2, to stuff the cheese in. So I like to remove seeds. I don't go crazy with it, but what I do is just kind of open up the pepper, slice off that little seed packet, and then toss that out. Then your pepper is ready to get stuffed. I'm using pepper jack today. You could use any sort of melted cheese. Some people like to use grated cheese. I like to use just a block of cheese that I cut up. Just make sure that after you stuff them, the peppers can still close at those seams. So if you overstuff the peppers, you'll never be able to get them closed, and then your cheese is all gonna melt out when you fry them. Once the peppers are stuffed with cheese, dust them with a little bit of flour. Make sure you coat the entire thing because that's what's gonna make the batter stick to the peppers. Alright, so for the batter of these chiles, what we need to do is separate the eggs and beat up the whites. Separate your egg whites into a large bowl and then whip them up until they're very nice and fluffy. You should be getting something like stiff peaks. At that point, add your egg yolks into the mixture along with a pinch of salt and some flour. Whisk it up until a batter forms. While you're making your batter, go ahead and heat up some oil in a pan over medium-high heat. Let that get hot while you batter your chiles. One other important thing to do is try to keep the stem on the chiles while you peel and de-seed them. That stem is going to give you a little thing to hold while you actually batter them. If they came off, no big deal, you can make it work. Once the batter is made, dip your chiles into the batter, coating it all over and trying to make sure that that seam where you stuff the cheese in stays closed. Immediately throw them right into the pan. If you see an opening where you think cheese is gonna come off, or if you didn't fully batter the chile, take a spoon and just pour a little bit over top that problem area. You wanna cook them on either side, maybe 3 to 4 minutes, really just to get a nice golden brown crust and to melt all the cheese that's in the center. Flip them over, and then once they're done, remove them to a paper towel lined plate to get ready to eat. When you're ready to eat, you can do 2 things. One, which some people like to do, is actually soak the chiles in the sauce, kind of cook them in there. I prefer not to do that because I really love the crispy edges. So what I do is I put a little bit of sauce down on the plate, put my chile on top, and then put some more sauce on top. That makes it so that I still have some crunchy bits, but I also have some bits that are really soaked in the sauce. This recipe is so delicious. That fire roasted poblano stuffed with cheese, coated in a crispy, lighter than air batter is something that you just can't resist. My boyfriend actually came in and stole some bites while I was filming this, so you might see his feet in the background. That's how good they were though. Try out the recipe. It's a little bit of work, but if you make it once, these stay great in the freezer. So once they're cooked, just throw them into the freezer, and then to reheat, all you have to do is throw it in the oven. They actually might get crispier when you reheat them. Anyways, try out the recipe today, let me know how you like it, and please subscribe to Sweet or Savory Kitchen for more recipes like this. Thanks for cooking with me again. Bye.